Hello and welcome. Hi, I'm author Grace Wroldson. I'm here to help moms who are forced to co-parent with a narcissist or stuck in a high conflict custody battle save their sanity, safeguard their custody case, and enjoy their child's one and only childhood. Welcome to my work. If you're a mom forced to co-parent with a difficult narcissist or stuck in a high conflict custody battle, you are not alone. If you are ready and willing to learn, I am here to teach. I aim to be a light in the darkness of this difficult dilemma. My goal is protection and peace for children by supporting, guiding, and mentoring you moms, finding support to get stable, to stay sane, be smart, and do solid documentation. Hang on and have hope. I write blogs and articles for you of my methods and strategies. My books can validate what you might be experiencing and give you creative ways to improve your co-parenting conditions. In my books, I include all my tips, tools, and strategies for moms to grab onto. Sometimes they do, like life rafts, because sometimes it's solely about survival and staying afloat. I believe that there are healthy attitudes we can adopt, mindsets that we can make solid, sanity to hold on to, as well as beneficial perspectives to take that can help us endure the dilemma and survive custody battles with narcissists. My focus is on creating peace, obviously, and protection for the children. And you can learn what I call skillful means, what I use, and the strategies to navigate and neutralize the narcissist. You can find my video program on my website. So learn all you can from my survivor wisdom. This is more self-help than story, but story medicine can be very healing. I believe knowledge is power, so educate yourself, and you can let the chapters of my books be like that self-help story medicine. My goal is to leave you with tidbits of wisdom, lots of encouragement and validation. Know that you can endure this with support. You can be resilient in the face of many challenges when dealing with a narcissist. Because the truth is, our love for our child or our children is way bigger than the narcissist. So believe in yourself as a mom and remember to learn the valuable lessons and all the pain and problems so that you can come out of this like me, smarter and stronger than before. Like me, you can, 1, outgrow the narcissist, 2, become immune to his attacks, and 3, move on with your life to thrive. Better yet, so can your precious children. So use wisdom and lead with love. I am author Grace Wroldson, and I have just done an update of my first book that I wrote, I think in 2020. There's an update 2024 with a bonus chapter. It includes my Get the Right Lawyer guide that has the 20 question and attorney interview worksheet so that you can interview 2 to 3 attorneys and ask what matters, maybe even get your burning legal questions answered in that free consultation. I did get a lot of free consultations and some paid consultations when it was really worth it. There's also a bonus chapter. Instead of just the 7 self rules that kept me grounded and sane and focused on what matters, there's an 8th rule. So if you've lost in family court, just know you're not alone. So are you trying to co-parent with a narcissist? Are you in a high conflict custody battle with a narcissist? If so, you are not alone. You can journey with me through my hard lessons learned as I face the aftermath of a decade-long custody battle against my narcissistic ex. You can witness how I cut through the confusion by reading my truth-filled journals. So you can see how you might gain clarity yourself. If you're in this predicament, you will need tools and strategies plus support for this very difficult situation. And I think it's key to watch out for any emotional thinking that can hijack you into an anxiety-ridden state and reaction. It's important to adopt a logical long-term approach to the plethora of problems and to use solid wisdom. You can gain an advantage by becoming aware of the dynamics that cause the drama, trauma, and chaos and put an end to most of that dysfunction with simply your sanity. I was faced with this dilemma of being required by the family courts to co-parent with someone who wasn't willing to cooperate, my narcissistic ex, and the narcissist created endless conflict, ongoing problems, a total mess of everything from pediatricians' offices to school to our child's activities. However, even while being financially disadvantaged, I braved the front lines of family court that war for my child. And I went up against the narcissist enabling family and his wealth and his cutthroat attorney. And I endured, I defeated, overcame a lot of it and defeated the odds. Learn how I use specific self-rules and strategies to turn my custody case around. In this book, you'll learn my 7 self-rules to stay sane. You can take a journal and write them down. You can gain valuable insights, get a higher perspective on the problem, read some healthy mindsets you can adopt, create strategies to cope, heal, and overcome, be directed to focus on what truly matters, and be encouraged to keep being the best parent you can be with support. You'll get my bonus tip for inspiration and hope. And plus, you now get in the PDF, the Kindle or the print version, you'll get the Get the Right Lawyer Guide, which is included with my 2024 update. In this book, you'll get deeper insight into the core of the problems, and I'll offer some key solutions. If you feel hopeless, helpless, and alone, this book can be a comfort to you. Let the book validate your feelings about the narcissist as a co-parent, your concerns for child safety, and the lack of professionals in family court or any professional that understands what it's like to deal with a narcissist. If you have faced family court corruption, problems with unethical lawyers, biased professionals, and poor custody case rulings, you'll find that you are not the only failed by the system parent. Read the survivor story and how this mother on a mission saved my child and overcame my major losses. Be inspired by my courage and learn to strategize to stage a comeback of your own. Hi, I'm Grace. I'm a mother, author, survivor, thriver, award-winning author, actually, for my first book, So You Love an Alcoholic. And I have several books for moms that include How to Fight a Narcissist in Family Court and Win, Super Smart Strategies for Success. Here are my 4 books for moms, currently working on the 5th one with my gray walling method, along with my skillful means method. You'll see in the update that I was able to get cooperation and peace with the narcissist and come out of family court. So just wanted to let you know there are other options and there's different ways to think about the problem. And rather than think about defeating, annihilating, slaying, destroying the narcissist, you can focus on creating peace for yourself, because we thrive in peace. They thrive in the chaos they create. And if we set the conditions up for peace, it can pay out. It just takes a while to establish these mindsets, and that will be in the next book. Just a full disclaimer that I'm obviously not a scientist or a legal professional or a therapist. I'm a mom who's gone through it. This is my survivor wisdom. Some of this might work, some of this won't work. It's just ideas for you to brainstorm with your attorney and your team, because you want to make sure you have a support team for the emotional, legal, mental, psychological aspects of dealing with a narcissist. Narcissism is a personality disorder, documented, diagnosable personality disorder. So you're dealing with a disordered person trying to get order. That's usually not what you get with a disordered person. So just know that if you're reacting to all of this and triggered and into trauma and PTSD, that's a normal response to an abnormal person in my book. So I do have How to Heal from Narcissistic Abuse. If you want to go to my website, I have a new blog, and your child needs you to be the healthy parent. And we can't be healthy parents when we're constantly being narcissistically abused with what I call co-parenting abuse, but which is really post-separation abuse or legal abuse or abuse by proxy. With the narcissist is getting other people to abuse us, to come after us, attack us. So really hard to deal with all that. And I have some articles and blogs that you might want to look into. And ready to learn a new way, a different way. It's more of I call it the middle path, where we learn how to go down the middle. I remember praying to God, give me a different answer than go away and lose completely and abandon my child, and give me a different answer than destroy the narcissist and put them in jail, because both of those extremes were just too hard for me to grasp. And our daughter would be a casualty in that family court war. So I asked for a different way. I prayed for it. And then I got the skillful means method, which the Buddha really does teach, and gray welling method, which was originally how I fortified myself and my sanity, and then using sanity and leading with love and focusing on creating peace. It took about a year, and I learned how to plant seeds and communicate, and that's what I have articles on. And I did heal from narcissistic abuse. I did stand up to the bully in ways, not toe-to-toe, not directly, but I did stand up to the narcissist with a lawyer and in co-parenting therapy for 7 months and on the Our Family Wizard communication. But I did it in a way that was non-threatening. So I became what I call a non-threat threat. I don't want to be a threat to him, but if he pushes it a certain way, the legal system will deal with his case a certain way. And I really don't want to see that happen for anybody. So you'll learn some of my methods and how I got his cooperation. And he actually just paid for one of our daughter's expensive activities out of pocket himself, and didn't have to nag him. And that was another interesting turn of events, which included him giving me everything I wanted in the last negotiation and avoiding trial. Although, from my books, I endured a witch hunt trial that spanned 5 days. So the last negotiation, I got everything I wanted, including child support. And now he's doing extras, which is paying for all of her activities, the most expensive one. I talk about gray walling when you're first forced to co-parent with a narcissist and you need separation, you need boundaries. You need to get your sanity and get away from abuse. If it's serious abuse, please contact your local DV agency, get a safe plan advocate, see if you need no trespassing orders, order of protections. Read books on how to do this from the experts. This is what I used, which was a blend of different modalities and teachings. My website is here. My blog is here. There is one just for co-parenting with a narcissist and have peace. A lot of critics say there's no such thing as co-parenting with a narcissist. You have to parallel parent. Well, I did that for like 10 years. I had to parallel parent because I couldn't get cooperation or any co-parenting. And now we co-parent in a way that works. Is it perfect? No. Is it something I'd wish for all of you? Absolutely, yes. I'm actually picking our daughter up off the bus on his time today, no problem, doing him a favor. And guess what? I document all the extra parenting time and helping him out. Even though we've have peace, even though we're not fighting anymore, I keep that documentation going because it's systematic, strategic documentation. If something were to happen, I can always show that I've done so much extra parenting time for him. I have all the dates, the times, the reasons. So remember, your strategic documentation is key. I'll probably start an article or a blog on how I do my documentation and why. Because the way I did it at one point was just too much to handle because the narcissist creates a lot of problems. So I will, I do one-on-one sessions. If you want to learn from me and strategize, you can. I always say, get this 20 wants list going. Lead your lawyer with your lists and prepare for family court. Even if you're not in family court, have a family court big red binder, because you get that ready with all of your court orders in a chronological order and documentation and, your child's attendance records. This can be so helpful to avoid trial. If you show up to 4-way negotiations with that big red binder full of facts, it can really intimidate the other party of, oh, she's keeping track of me. Oh, I'm not going to get away with just saying something and they could probably disprove it on the spot. So have your facts and your evidence in a big red binder. That's and have your 20 wants list. Lead with your list. What you focus on gets your attention, and you want to lead with what you want instead of leading with all the problems the narcissist creates. Just shift the problem into a solution and ask for it, and try to get your lawyer to push and request it from the judge. If you can't get something from the narcissist, you may be able to get it ordered by the judge. So read that 20 wants powerful tool. I do have a free newsletter on Substack. You're welcome to join my free newsletter. You can pay if you believe in my mission and my work. You can do a donation. I think it's monthly or something. If you want to contribute to me as an author, I have a few patrons on Patreon and such. So welcome to my work, but you can have it entirely for free. I have a Navigate the Narcissist co-parenting video course where I talk about the tricks, the tactics, the traps, and the manipulation of the narcissist. But what you need to do, the ground you need to hold with strategies, skills, and self-rules. And that's what's in this updated yellow book. It's the self-rules, the ones you're going to focus on, which matter more than the narcissist. So we have the ability to change, endure, survive, adapt, navigate, love ourselves and our children, and grow. So we have capabilities that the narcissist doesn't have. They have a couple blind spots. We can use those to our advantage. We can point them out and try to what I call planting seeds in the narcissist's mind. They're usually fearful and paranoid, but you don't want to be their target of blame. So I teach that in one of my 5 factors that made the narcissist stop. So I have strategies. I list the names of the strategies. You may have to switch strategies. And this is the follow book, How to Fight a Narcissist in Family Court and Win. You'll need lots of strategies, and they have to go together. They have to be part of your lawyer's overall strategy. And these are the different strategies that you will need. I mean, you'll need emotional support to do something that's outside of your comfort zone, like maybe file a contempt. So do you have a support team to help you get through that? You'll need that. I believe the emotional support is what got me this far. I have a Get the Right Lawyer guide, which is included if you purchase that first book, Co-Parenting with a Narcissist, 7 Self-Rules to Stay Sane. The update has this in the back because knowledge and preparedness is power. And if you use the guide and you have interviewed the top family law attorneys in the area and you've gotten consults and you were prepared and you asked those questions, you might learn a different angle on your case. You might have a backup lawyer if the lawyer you have fails you, and now you know a lawyer you would like for next time. So you can become empowered with legal support. And I always say seek solid representation, because often our child custody case is only as good as our attorney. And if you've got legal questions, please ask a lawyer or 2 or 3 or 4, because asking other people who have been through it, every case is so different. The details are different. Lawyers think differently. Lawyers take different angles. You want one that resonates with you. You've got to use your instincts, your gut feelings, your intuition, your knowledge of your case to make good decisions for you. So I always say read these in order. 1, which has the Get the Right Lawyer guide now. 2, which I think has a bonus chapter of the legal strategies we used. 3, and then my last one, let's see if I can find that, is a book of all of the latest blogs right here. How to Survive a Custody Battle with a Narcissist when the family courts force you to co-parent. The Get the Right Lawyer guide is also in there, but the updated one is in the orange yellow book. Often getting an attorney can and does deter the narcissist, like having a co-parenting app where a third party can log in, like a lawyer or a therapist, and read what's being sent. That was very helpful. And just, I always say expect the unexpected. I mean, when moms tell me what they did, that they filed for sole legal custody after the mom filed for an increase of child support, I'm not surprised. When we push their money button, they'll push the custody button to get off of the money hook. I'm not surprised by awful personality disordered people doing bad behavior. I know that they can and they will, and they don't have a conscience. So they're willing to go at lengths and punch below the belt where we're not willing to go. We don't want our children hurt. But a narcissist usually doesn't care about the casualties or the children caught in between. That's what we care about as protective, loving, caring moms. So you might be accused of a lot of false, crazy accusations, and you need to be prepared for that. That's why we document strategically and systematically, and we keep evidence, and we have a binder, and we're ready. They will lie. They will project what they're doing onto you, which is very scary when you hear what they're projecting onto you and they're like, oh, that must be what they're doing. And what you don't want to be is their target of blame. And I talk about that in this book, why you need to stop being the target of blame and how you can turn that possibly in the narcissist mind. It took about a year for me. Just hold on to hope that some of my ideas could be helpful for you. Use a lawyer. The only legal advice I give is to get legal advice. And even if you can't afford a lawyer, you can afford to get a free consultation or two to ask your legal questions. And you can check out my Navigate the Narcissist co-parenting video course and watch my 11 videos if you're more of a video learner. So welcome to my work if you're new. Hi, I'm author Grace Wroldson. I have 4 books for moms, an 11 video course. I have 2 private Facebook groups. I have blogs of like what to put in a court order. You can go through this checklist with your attorney, make sure it has a lot. One of the strategies I teach moms is to ask for a lot, because then you can get the narcissist on contempt for a lot, and then you have leverage, which you will learn in the 3-part strategy for dealing with a narcissist. If you need to switch lawyers, there's 10 factors to consider. It was very hard for me to leave my lawyer who helped me for 6 years, but when I left, it changed the game. And please be doing your healing work however you can. If you get my How to Heal video, it comes with, if you buy this article, it comes with the 200 ways to break a trauma bond. And that's right from people who have done it. So you'll have to find which ones resonate with you and work on breaking those. You don't want to feel the narcissist's feelings as you're going through a court battle. You want to not be making decisions by feeling the narcissist's feelings. That can be troublesome, can cause cognitive dissonance. It can make you feel conflicted, and you'll lose focus on protection and peace for yourself and your children. And if there's any serious stuff, please contact the National Crisis Lines. I had to many times, and the local DV agency, which I had to many times. So thank you so much for watching this short video or listening to this on a podcast. I like to give you a couple tips here and there as I give you some resources. Knowledge is power. So read, learn, heal, reflect, and outgrow that narcissist. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube to get more of my free videos. And you can sign up for my free email newsletter. Thank you.